So you want to be a nurse, you're still thinking about getting into the nursing program. Well, that's beautiful. Most of the things that nursing students or people who are contemplating to become a nurse fantasize about is finishing the program, getting their license, and of course, practicing as a nurse. But one of the biggest fantasies is, how much am I going to make as a nurse? Well, let's talk about how much LPN and LVNs make. We're also going to be talking about how much a new grad LVN or LPN is making now. I'm also going to be showing you guys my first paycheck as an LVN. So, on that note, welcome to my channel, Rachy&More. My name is Rachel if you're new here. In this channel, you're going to find contents about nursing tips, lifestyle, beauty, and DIY. And when I say DIY, it can be anything and everything. So please feel free to subscribe to my channel. Hit the notification bell. I'm going to be uploading content and you don't want to miss out on any of these contents. So today, let's talk about how much LVNs make. But before I show you guys how much I made in my first paycheck as an LVN, I have something to tell you guys, my honest opinion so far in my experience as a nurse. I've come to realize that as nurses, we have great responsibilities when it comes to patient care. Nurses are closest to the patient. And I know patients work with physical therapists, occupational therapists, respiratory therapists, doctors, pharmacists, even social workers. But think about it. You have to know firsthand, before any other healthcare personnel, you have to know if your patient have any change in condition, if your patient's medication should be administered, if the dose is accurate. Doctors prescribe a medication, but you as a nurse, you're going to administer this medication. That means you have to make sure it's the right patient, is the right medication and the right dose, and any mistake you make goes down on your license. So I think nurses should be paid a little bit more. That's my honest opinion. I want to also talk about factors that can affect your paycheck. Some factors that you have to consider when you're talking about hourly rates for LVNs and LPNs one is your location. Remember, if you're in different states, your hourly rates is going to be different. Because if you're in Texas, you're going to be paid different, probably within the range of 18 to 27, 28, according to where you work. And if you're in California, you're going to be paid different. If you're in New York, if you're in Washington, Florida, the pay rates are different for every state. So what you make as an LVN depends on your location in the United States. Another factor is where you work. If you're working in an outpatient clinic, or you're working in a hospital or nursing home, skilled facility, you're working home health care, or you're working as an agency nurse, of course, your pay differs depending on where you're working. Another factor is your experience. So I'm a new nurse. I'm not expecting to get paid like as much as a nurse who have like 5 years or 10 years experience is being paid. I mean, if I'm 10 years as a nurse, I'm going to be paid more than just a new grad nurse. So your years experience really matters when it comes to what you make. Another factor is how much you work. If you work 2 hours, you get paid for 2 hours. If you work 50 hours, you get paid for 50 hours. That means how much hours you work depends on how much you make. Someone can be making just a minimum of 40 hours a week. Some are making 10 hours a week, depending on how much time they have to work. Some are making 60 hours to 70 hours a week, depending on your circumstance and how much you can work. So that too would affect how much you're making as an LVN. So with that being said, I'm going to be showing you guys here how much I made. But before we go into this, I have to tell you, this is my first paycheck as a nurse and I'm a new grad. It's my first job. I only worked 8 hours 5 days a week, so I got around 40 hours. So This is what I made without overtime. That's how much I made as a new grad first paycheck. So I'll show you that. So this is the breakdown of my first paycheck. And as you can see, I've blurred out some information that are important to me. But I just wanted to show you guys the gross total that I got after 2 weeks. And that is $2,000, $152.28. And my take home was actually $1,888.66. And that is what I made for 2 weeks, and that is what I took home after tax. So this is it, my first paycheck, and this is just an estimate. You might make more than that or less depending on where you're working, but this is just a range and an estimate of what maybe an LVN can make the first paycheck. So here it is, guys. So guys, I was really happy when I got this first paycheck. I remember 2017 when I became a CNA certified nurse assistant. I was making around $11 plus. And for the 3 years that I was a CNA, I made between the range of $11 to $14 working in home health care, in nursing facility, nursing home skilled facility. So, but if you think about it now, if I worked like 8 hours, 5 days, I'll be making half of what I made in my first paycheck as a nurse. So it's a big plus. So if you're a CNA or you're a patient care tech right now and you're thinking about doubling your pay and still in the healthcare profession, you can just consider going into the nursing program, do your RN, your LVN, just to increase your pay. I mean, think about it. In just a year and a half or less, you might be making double of what you're making. It's a good motivation to get into it. If you love patient care and you want to still be in this healthcare field, still taking care of patients, why not? Get into it. Get your nursing degree. Get your LVN, your RN, however you want to do it. You just double your pay by going through the nursing program. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching this video. And please subscribe to my channel. Do not forget to hit the notification bell. Give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. And if you're already subscribed and you're watching this video, thank you very much. I can't do this without you. So thank you very much for your time. I appreciate your love and I love you back. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.